007.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's your man, Dame DNYDC. Two mics up. Monday nights, back with a brand new episode. And, tonight I thought I would do something different in the sense that when I looked at the schedule and looked at things, I haven't done a solo show since joining the Mogul Global TV network. And I thought, you know what? I think this would be a perfect time to go ahead and do one since, I've been dealing with some things. And when I say things, thank the Lord, nothing health wise, but, dealing with some things that, what's the word? Well, the word really is perseverance, you know, being able to persevere through adversity, trying times, um, trying to grow the business, trying to continue to develop the show, and then just other outside things going on, and just trying to persevere through, adversity, and just overcoming these obstacles. And I think many of us, you're probably, if you're business owners or even in your personal life, we have to persevere through different types of adversity, and sometimes it could be very challenging to get over these obstacles, right? So what I wanted to do, like I said, was take some time to maybe just do a little solo and talk about, persevering in the face of challenges and share some, tips, I think, in some ways that I've been using to kind of come, to kind of overcome these obstacles and get back on track and helping me achieve the goals that I have set for myself and for Two Mics Up as we're coming out to the close of 2023, right? And I can say this honestly and openly, and you all probably know this just like I do. In today's, very, very, very competitive professional world, the road to success, and it's different for all of us, but it's often paved with tons of challenges and obstacles. And we have to figure out and learn the ability to be able to persevere in the face of adversity, and distinguish those, things that, I guess, those goals that we can achieve, while we're stumbling along the way, right? We want to right ourselves and get ourselves right as we're stumbling along the way. Now, for those who are really like, I want to give a clear understanding, like perseverance is, for me, and the definition I believe is the relentless determination to keep on going despite setbacks. We're all going to have setbacks and failures, right? And then you want to really be able to get over these sometimes what may seem like insurmountable obstacles. Now, the way that I can best say it is, I've started learning how to, you know, what is it by by cultivating like perseverance, right? I've learned that I can develop the resiliency and the bite, if you will, to that's necessary for me to overcome obstacles and realize my potential. Now, I want to share with you today in today's conversation some of the strategies and things that I've been using, and some of the things that I found, you know, in my ups and downs, that I found that helped me, persevere and overcome, these challenges that maybe you too are finding on your way and on your path to success. Now, one of the things that I really learned first was develop a growth mindset. Now, being in different networks and having access to different people and being able to conversate with different people, you know, a growth mindset, as opposed to like having a fixed mindset, is the belief that You can develop your skills and intelligence through commitment, hard work, and learning from experience. Now, that I found has really been great for me, right? Getting away from that fixed mindset and starting a growth mindset, believing that I can develop my skills through additional commitment and hard work and learning from past experience. Now, with this growth mindset, I found and I see that, you know, challenges and opportunities for growth and improvement are there, right? So I've turned, the challenge or the obstacle into an opportunity. And by fostering this mindset, now I've learned that it's not really setbacks, right? This is just part of the process for me. And by me learning this new process or working through this new process really just helps me become better as an individual. And it's really made it now easier for me to focus on the outcome because now I'm able to process through it. I'm not fixed on it. I'm working and I'm actively working through it and not fixing myself and fixating on it. I'm looking at other ways and I'm trying to communicate and talk to other people who maybe have been in this situation. And now I've gained experience and I'm working out my own process and processes to be able to create my own positive outcome. So, develop a growth mindset. I really find is key. Now, another thing that I've really been able to hone in on is through success, I've been able to, really set realistic and achievable goals. And what I mean is, you know, I've been setting clear points and processes along the path that help me make this goal achievable, right? And it also helps me stay motivated because even now when I'm finding that I'm entering or coming across or about to encounter, an obstacle, my clear goal setting and my little ticks along the way have made kind of given me my Superman cloak to where, okay, well, wait. Now, before I would panic a little bit about an obstacle, now I have my Superman cloak on, and now I'm able to break down, maybe that bigger goal into smaller, more manageable steps where now I'm celebrating the milestones, and I'm like, oh, this right here is going to be easy for me because now I've got the momentum behind me, that momentum of accomplishment, which is the motivating factor that keeps helping me going. And so, so what? I had to add an extra step, to overcome this obstacle because maybe I didn't see this step, So now it's another step. But my Superman cloak, my momentum is going from all of my past success. Now it's really helped me to keep going, right? And I've also found with this perseverance and doing all of these little things is really brought about for me. Um, how do I want to say it? It's really helped me learn how to like really become more flexible and adaptable. And I embrace those things now because I think early on and when I started, you know, with the journey that I'm on, like I said, trying to take the show to the next level and dealing with something personally, in my personal career, you get stagnant and you lose that flexibility and adaptability, if you will, when you're dealing with the challenge, right? And I had to go back and remind myself that it's important to remain flexible and adaptable, to a situation. Because sometimes situations and obstacles may require you to think, well, I'm sorry, not think, but rethink your approach on, even, changing your goals altogether. Maybe this was my goal for the show, or this was my goal for where I am in my career and where I wanted to go. And hitting this obstacle where I wasn't budging or being flexible, and I was trying to be like a battering ram by taking a step back and like, oh, wait a minute, Damon, why not try to be flexible in this moment, right? Embrace pieces of the change that you see, that you were fighting against, because there's change in that, right? So be flexible, embrace that change, and be open to new possibilities. And see, by being open, you open up your eyes, your ears, your mind, and then you'll find that, oh, wow, yeah, I didn't see that. So now you see that that unforeseen challenge, you can embrace it now. You have the flexibility and the adaptability, and ultimately, by changing within that, you'll find that you can succeed. Now, I want to talk about, another part that's very important within the first three things that I've just talked about. You know, being able to develop a growth mindset, setting realistic goals, and embracing flexibility and adaptability. You have to have a support network that's very, very strong. Surrounding yourself with a support network, I cannot tell you, that makes all the difference in the world when it comes to, having to get through tough times in your business, whether you're a small business owner, entrepreneur, and your personal business, in your career, and you're trying to make change and make way, for yourself. It's important that that network is strong behind you, right? And it's going to help you really get through these tough times and making these tough decisions. Now, whether it be connecting with a peer, sometimes your peers might be able to talk to you better than maybe your spouse. If you have a mentor or a colleague that can help offer advice, or maybe encouragement, or someone who can give you a fresh perspective on your challenge, this support system can strengthen your resilience and give you the motivation that you so, I don't want to say desperately need, but you really need to be able to overcome any obstacle. Now, with that being said, I'm going to lead to a flip part. And a flip part to this is you. When I say you, I'm talking like I'm talking to myself, but I'm sharing what I've been dealing with, with trying to persevere and overcome, challenges and setbacks. The flip part is you, learning how to practice self compassion. We're so quick to continue, we beat up on ourselves, we get frustrated and we're trying to figure out, the answer to this problem, or figure out why is this not working, whether it be social media, sales, team members, whatever it may be. You beat up on yourself. So I want you to know that when you're faced with a challenge or an obstacle, remember that it's very important to practice that self-compassion, right? Hear me out. And recognize that setbacks are just a natural part of this journey. It really is. It's also important that you acknowledge your feelings, because that's huge. You really have to acknowledge how you feel, whether it be in that initial moment, in every moment along the process, and allow yourself to really be disappointed or frustrated, because that's okay. But I'm going to say this, and I really want you to hear this part. It's okay to do that, but do your best. Do your best to avoid dwelling on any negative thoughts or ideas. It's not going to help. Always do your best to be kind to yourself, and remember this, that no one, and I mean no one, I don't care who you look at in history, who you follow as a success, no one has been immune to setbacks or failures in their business growth. No one. No one has been immune to a setback or failure. So allow yourself that space and grace as well. Now, once you've done that, and again, this is about you, focus on what it is that you can solely control. And I mean, that's really huge, right? Think about that. throughout challenging situations, you're going to be overwhelmed. You're going to be overwhelmed by factors that you just cannot control. Now, everybody's business is different. You're going to be hit with zingers and jabs. People, they're going to throw rocks. You can be easy to become overwhelmed. But however, remember, focusing on these uncontrollable factors can and more than likely will lead to you you're going to have this feeling of helplessness. You're going to be in a place of despair. And what I'm going to say to you then is, instead of that, focus on the aspects that you can control. And you're probably thinking, well, dang, what are you talking about? What is it that I can control? Well, you can control things such as your attitude. Because it's something, when things don't go right, we can get an attitude. You can also control, your work ethic. Because like I said, when things ain't going right, your attitude's bad. And if your attitude's bad, more than likely that's going to bleed over into your work ethic, which is probably going to suck. And then those two combined also play in to your reaction. So if you got a bad attitude because something that's going wrong, then your work ethic is going to suffer, and you're going to suffer with your work ethic. And then we're going to see your reaction. Somebody's asking you a question, and it's going to be a setback because they're going to take a loss, or you're going to take a loss, or whatever it may be, but it's going to be a loss, and losses equal setbacks. So I say all that to say, by focusing on, the aspects that you can control, you can control attitude, you can control your work ethic, you can control your reaction. By focusing on these aspects, you can, you not you can, but you're better equipped now to overcome, any challenge or challenges, and you're doing it within yourself and with a sense of control, right? That's going to be, I mean, I cannot tell you how much that has helped me. I can't tell you how important that has been to me in my uh, maneuvering through, if you will, these minefields. Uh, and I'm finding that, the things that I thought I couldn't control, that were out of my control, were really within my own possession. They were within me. They were all within Damon's grasp, if you will, to right the ship and to right, breaking down the obstacles. They're all within your control. Now, the last thing I want to share, that I found that has helped me, persevere in the face of obstacles and overcome the challenges, is really going back to day one. And when I say going back to day one, is once I got through all of the haze and the ups and downs, the excitement of, doing my show, through some of the early setbacks, and then through the early part of success, you had to have a vision, right? A vision, a mission, what it is that, two mics up, and what is Damon is going to do, right? What is he going to do with this platform? So it's about the vision. And to me, this has been the part that really helped, that I had to really go back to really get me to everything that I've talked about so far. And that clear vision of the end goal of two mics up, you know, educating, empowering, and positively impacting the community, while also highlighting others, sharing the stories of others that are positively impacting our community, not only locally, but abroad. That motivation, right? That was the motivation. That was my mission and vision. I had to go back to that motivation and the drive that I had, right? And that I still have, but I think it got lost, right? In the growth. So I had to go back to that. That is what I found And I find that it continues to help get me through my difficult times. And I'm saying that because I want you all, watching, whether you're a business owner, an entrepreneur, a person who's giving of themselves, to members of our community, when you find yourself in a place and space that's hard or difficult, go back to the root, right? Go back to the essence of what it is that was your passion, that was your burn, that was your desire, right? Because I'm harping on this because I found that by taking time to step back, from everything and looking at the challenges, both professionally and in my business, where was I falling off? What was I missing? I was missing that mission, right? I was missing my vision, my drive. So once I kind of recentered, recalibrated, readjusted, refocused my sight, hit that reset button. Now I'm finding, and I found that by reminding myself of the reasons behind the pursuit of why I started this and the potential rewards that I found that have come from this, and the future rewards that I still see, because I'm nowhere near the finish line, but I see rewards that are awaiting me. This commitment, or by me staying committed to my vision, was probably my biggest and most powerful motivator that has able now to refuel my fire and keep me going through all these tough times. Isn't that amazing? Like that, like when you really step back, like, dude, it was like right here in front of you the whole time. It was within you the whole time. And sometimes you need that. And these steps that I shared today, hopefully, you know, you're seeing them and they can be of use to you. And that's why I really felt, I think this was a good time to really do, this solo conversation, this solo show. You know, we all sometimes we fall, but we got to get up. And I wanted to share this because hopefully in this here you hear something that you can sit back and use and address within yourself, with yourself, and maybe share with your support, your team, that can really help you kind of get out of the conundrum, if you will. That little downslide or down time, or that weight that we all feel as owners and people in general. Hopefully these tools you can help reconnect, reset, and get through those obstacles and face it, that adversity. And as I'm closing out, I just want to say, to those of you watching and those of you listening, you know, persistence is a key ingredient for success in anyone's personal and professional life. I believe that. And just go back and think about what I was talking about, by cultivating a growth mindset, setting attainable goals, allow yourself for flexibility, and build a support network while practicing self-compassion and focusing on what you can control. And most importantly, stick to your vision. Go back, refresh yourself, remind yourself of your mission and vision. Doing these things will help you develop, the necessary resilience that's necessary to overcome obstacles and achieve your goals. And whatever those goals may be, personally or for your business. Remember, embrace the power. Embrace the power of perseverance and realize, your full potential on your path to success, because it's all within you, and it's all for you to go out and grab and take hold of. Don't let it slow you down. Like I said, no one that that we look at that has become successful, if you have someone that you follow or you like, as a celebrity, as a business owner, they are not immune to failure, right? Go out and find your person that you follow and see where they fail. You probably already know. So no one is immune to failure in this journey, but you can persevere and overcome these obstacles, these challenges. I hope you enjoyed today's conversation, ladies and gentlemen. I look forward to, maybe taking another show, another episode to sit down and talk to you about, things that we all are going through, whether it be in life or in business. But, just know that you are important. Know that you're special. Reset, refocus, recharge, and go out and be the person that you're intended to be. All right. So I thank you for your time, ladies and gentlemen. Before I go, I just want to go ahead and thank our sponsors. We're going to go ahead and close today's show with a shout out and from our sponsors, who are huge support to us here at Two Mics Up. So stay tuned, and I'll be right back to close out the show right after this quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. All right. Two Mics Up, Dame D, NYDC. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Two Mics Up sponsors. Shout out to Riddick Entertainment and Events, TD3 Insurance at the National Harbor, Artistry Lather, and our friends at 94 Media House. I'm your man, Dame D, NYDC, Damon Cunningham for others. As you can see, you can follow me across social media at Dame D, NYDC. Make sure you go ahead and continue to follow Two Mics Up across social media, IG, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at Two Mics Up. Stay tuned for season 5. We're coming to the end, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a fun ride, but make sure you check us out Monday nights on Mogul Global TV Network. And again, like we always close out, ladies and gentlemen, you know how I do. I'm going to ask you a couple of things. Make sure you stay safe, stay blessed. Mike's out. 007.